Hello and welcome back to the Michael Talks Football channel. It is the third day of action in the Asian Cup where we got a ton of goals compared to the previous day where there was 2 goals in total. Today was a complete goal fest. Let me know your thoughts of the games of Japan versus Vietnam, UAE, Hong Kong, and Iran and Palestine as we go through every single game of today's actions. We're going to run the intro and we'll go into the games. So, today's first game was the early kickoff between Japan and Vietnam, a game where everybody, and I mean everybody, predicted 4-0, 3-0, 2-0, 5-0 because Vietnam were missing so many players due to injury, but that wasn't the case today. The first goal of the game came from Minamino. Great finish from him. Minamino's a strange player because he's not really flashy. He doesn't do anything amazing, but he's just a clutch player at the right time, slots it in. And then we thought, oh, the annihilation is about to begin for Vietnam. They had other ideas. Nguyen's header was absolutely amazing. Loops over Suzuki, who we're going to talk about in a second. Amazing goal by him. And then again, another set piece. Japan don't deal with it well. And then Suzuki. Okay. I know Suzuki is a young goalkeeper, 21, 22 years old, just moved to Belgium, having links to Man United over the summer. He has to do a lot better with that cross. He parries it straight to Pham, and Pham has an easy goal. Absolutely easy. So if you're Suzuki, I know this is his first tournament. He has to do better. He has to mature. But the lucky thing for him is this attack for Japan is just sensational. It is sensational. They will not stop scoring. Minamino gets a second goal, but the goal of the tournament so far is hands down Nakamura. That bullet, top right corner, it just, it was a thing of absolute beauty. I love to see it. The thing for Japan is they were just playing Vietnam's game. And Vietnam, every time they counterattacked and were moving the ball, looked dangerous in the first half. Second half, it was all Japan. It was all Japan. I think Vietnam kind of just ran out of stamina. You could just see that the legs were getting tired. In Japan, they're just such a good team. You cannot give this team any opportunities. They will pounce on it. And then Ueda, who I think should be starting, he came on at halftime. He's been brilliant with Feyenoord this season when he's come off the bench. He got the goal, fourth goal of the game, and Japan score another 4 goals. They're like, what can you do, people? Like, there's nothing. No team in Asia has just the firepower like Japan. Look who they brought off the bench. I don't want to keep on blabbing on about this. They brought Ueda, Ritsudoyan, Kubo, Sano, Makimo. Are you kidding me? Makuma, excuse me. Are you kidding me? Wait, what can you do for Vietnam? What can you do with all the injuries they've had? But got to give a lot of credit to Vietnam. They spirited effort. I think they had a perfect plan in the first half where they just nullified. They just forced Japan out wide, and Japan really didn't know what to do. They should have just attacked down the middle. That's what Japan should have done. Didn't do enough of it, and Vietnam defended quite badly. I think especially the second goal, like they could do better, even though Endo's perfect pass. But Japan, Suzuki though is a question mark. I will say that Suzuki is definitely a question mark. Now let's get to the next game because the next game also was a historic moment for Hong Kong as they were playing their first Asian Cup game in a very long time, and got to give credit to them because look at the FIFA rankings, people, before this game. Hong Kong are 150th and the UAE are 64th. But if you watch the game, every time Hong Kong had the ball, it looked like they were going to score. Every single time. The UAE didn't know what hit them at times. They didn't know it, but they get the goal. Now, this was a strange decision from Paulo Bento. Why did he start Alamiri? And I'm trying to figure out why. If you guys know, let me know in the comments down below. Was Ali Makbut injured or what's going on with that situation? Because Alamiri, he's only 19 years old. I've never heard of this kid, by the way. I don't follow the UAE league. So good thing we saw him. He looked impressive. He looked very impressive. Only 19 years old. Really, I mean, Kao out wide as well. Him, Lima. I mean, it's a very good team, UAE. I think they really showed their firepower in this game. Sultan getting the second goal. But Hong Kong, Chon getting the first goal in a very, very long time for Hong Kong. And you could just see how much it meant to the players, the fans, everybody involved with the Hong Kong national team. It's a beautiful moment. Just wish they could have held on a bit longer. I wish they could have held on for a bit longer. And then Ghassani gets a penalty in the 95th minute. Although Hong Kong did score in the 101st minute, it was ruled out by VAR. So it's a shame for Hong Kong because I think they really deserve something better from this game. If I show you just quickly the stats, I had this game on and the Nigeria game on at the same time. I was watching the AFCON at the same time. Even though Hong Kong didn't have a lot of the possession here, and I'm going to show you 29% ball possession, they looked dangerous. They really did look dangerous anytime they went forward. But the UAE, they just have so much firepower. They just have so much firepower that Hong Kong really didn't know what to do. But this guy right here, this Michael Obedel, Udebuluzor, hard name to pronounce. Really impressive when he came on. I was actually quite impressed. I think he's only 19 years old. This guy as well, playing in Germany. He was impressive. But yeah, it's just like Hong Kong. I think they really just gave all they could, and it just wasn't enough. But I have to give them a huge shout out to them. UAE, should I be worried about them? No, but I feel like you cannot defend like that against Iran if you're the UAE. If you defend like that against this Iranian team, what we're going to talk about, you're going to get punished. You're going to get punished, but we'll see what happens in the next game. Should be fascinating for the UAE, how far they go in this tournament. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. How far do you think the UAE are going to go in this tournament? I have them making the quarters, and I still stick by it. And the final game was then Iran taking on Palestine. Beautiful moment before the game as well. Everybody had a moment of silence. And then Iran said, okay, we're going to spoil the party. And we're going to spoil everything because Ansar Farad got this goal early on. And after that, it just was one-way traffic. It was one-way traffic because Iran and Goros was so good in the midfield. He's been really good with Brentford, by the way. He's had a couple of starts, really good. And today, showed the quality. Show the quality. Taremi as well starting. Osmo coming off the bench, getting a goal. Khalizadeh getting a goal in the 12th minute. I'm thinking of Gayedi, who got the goal in the 38th minute. But overall, I think Iran just showed that they are such a good technical side and just so good going forward that, if they have Taremi, Osman, Jahan Bash, and all these guys, Safi, Morani as well from the right back position, it's a very, very good team. And that's what I like about Iran. It's not like Carlos Queiroz ball where it's a bit like there's no attacking patterns or anything like that. I think with Iran nowadays, you do see a little bit because they do have quality. If you just look at it on paper and based on the quality they have, Iran should be making it semifinals. They should be. And they showed it at times today. I think we're definitely going to see Osmo start the next game because obviously he's coming from the Roma and he's just getting a red card in that matchup. Overall for Palestine, I think they defended way too naively. I know it's a good team and they've been improving more and more, but defensively, they were so naive in this game. Really slopping goals to concede, but a beautiful moment. They got their it was their second ever goal in Asian Cup history. Seyam with the header. It was a beautiful moment. And I think that's the one thing they can take a positive. Like I said before the tournament, Palestine have been improving, and they were really good against Australia back in November in the World Cup qualifiers, but this is taken to the next step. How can you do in an Asian Cup? Obviously, it's Iran, and they're one of the best teams in Asia. How could Palestine perform? They didn't really live up to expectation. If I'm going to be honest, they did not live up to expectation. It wasn't the best of performances, but I think they can improve. And their goal is to win their first ever Asian Cup game. And I still think they can do that against Hong Kong. But Iran, impressive, but bigger tests are arriving. And that's when we're going to see how good this Iranian side are. But from today, they looked impressive. They look like the best team so far. Them and Japan, they look like the best teams. But I want to hear your thoughts in the comments down below of third day of action of Asian Cup. Let me know your thoughts. I know this video wasn't edited, sorry, but I had to get it out because obviously we got to cover it every single day. So I want to hear your thoughts on absolute goal fest today in the Asian Cup. That's why I love this tournament. On your way out, remember to hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Have a beautiful day. Stay safe in this crazy world. And until next time, adios.